Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is King Monyay. Uh, another day, tapping in. Went to the bowling alley last night, and anybody know the bowling alley, especially if you stepping out with a pretty little thing like I be with. Uh, it's gonna cause you some trouble. It's gonna cause you some unwanted attention, and so people. I'm fresh out of prison, so my main thing is always to avoid conflict. Anywhere I go, I'm always trying to avoid conflict. I'm peeping game, trying to see what possibly can happen, who's up in here. Most people ain't trying to do that. Most people who ain't never been to prison uh, may, or I'm guessing, because what I noticed is a lot of people is quick to be foolish. A lot of people is quick to say shit. A lot of people is quick to still try to prove that they is about their life. They quick to still try to prove that they'll do something. So I try to avoid those type of situations where I'm in a bar with people who's drinking, getting faded, and want to potentially holler at my girl. Something like this. Cause what do you do in a situation when somebody comes up to your girl and say, "Hey, can I dance with you?" But you know they drunk and they pulling on her. They like, "Hey, what's up with you, sexy? Can I dance with you?" And if I just jump in the middle and say, "Nah, man, she's taking her. All her dances is taken." And then they holler at me and say, "Who was talking to you? Nigga, nobody was talking to you. Oh, motherfucker, woo." And then start getting at me all crazy. Now I'm in a conflict. But that could have been avoided. Could have been avoided if if I wasn't in that place. You know, sometimes we got to protect ourselves. Protect the things that we love by just avoiding high risk places. All this type of treatment, this talk, this self awareness, this mentality, developed in prison, developed over time. If you notice, most guys from prison have a deep understanding of themselves, their triggers, their likes, their dislikes, their strengths, their weaknesses, their goals. They have a deep understanding of these things because they teach all this stuff in prison. Most of the time is spent in prison doing self-help groups. That's why you can see individuals come out here and they'll be well-spoken, well-read. You know, they know how to read. Because people are doing more than just sitting in there banging and letting their life dwindle away when they're in prison. But it's a trip when we can be doing all this self-help to change our way of thinking, only to come back to society and to realize that majority of society operates with a warped mind, with a real criminal mentality. They have warped beliefs. I see people all the time with warped beliefs, and it don't matter if everybody in your community feels that way and have that belief. It still, on a larger scale, can be so completely out of touch with reality. And so we got to be careful. I'm being mindful to not fall into that category. Be mindful to always have empathy and put yourself in the other person's shoes. But now that situation about avoiding conflict, it did happen, man. That wasn't the actual situation, but I'm always constantly avoiding conflict, man. I try to avoid idiots, because there's idiots all around here, especially when they're young and they full of pride. They're idiots, full of trouble, and I don't got time for it. I don't got time to challenge it. I've been there, done that, you know. So, but those who don't know that about themselves, they have to find that out. You see what I'm saying? So they dealing with a whole nother issue. See, once you've done it, you become confident in self. If you've never done it, you can't have that confidence. But everything you're saying is just it's talk. You ain't never done it. You ain't never proved you about that life. You don't know that about yourself. And so deep inside, you still unsure. But the moment you get a chance to prove that I knock a motherfucker out, man, I kill this motherfucker. Man, this motherfucker just don't know. The moment they get a chance to prove it, they're going to really do it. And that's when they're going to have to go sit their ass down for years at a time. And you may not care at the moment, and you may never care. Some don't ever give a fuck. That's just, but then some break. Some go in there and they break. Yeah. When you break, soon as you see that bologna sandwich come, and you realize that's what you're going to be eating. If you don't have no support. And if you got support, well, you got the option of eating soups or cookies. You want top ramen or cookies? Top ramen or cookies, rice or chicharrones. It's all good. It all gets old. Yeah, I gotta get to this gym though, man. Get to the gym, wake up, still ain't had my coffee, y'all. So y'all bear with me, but I wanted to put something out, content. I wanted to put out quality content, and so this is the quality issue shit. How do those coming home from prison learn to reintegrate into society, deal with others who are not at the same level as you, they're not at the same speed? Majority of the average person isn't. You know, the average person doesn't understand what empathy is. The average person just that ain't a concept. You know, average person don't have a deep understanding of respect. You know, and these are things that we learn to apply into our daily life in prison and when we return back to society. And so, King Monyay, man, I was sitting here to inspire those who are great. Sometimes tend to forget it. Nobody said it was going to be easy, man. Nobody said it was going to be easy. And it's never too late to turn this thing around, man. You know, if you want better, you strive to do better, man. And we all make mistakes and we all make bad decisions. But when the time comes to correct it, make sure you correct it. And then you let God do the rest. Y'all have a good day, man.